Ke nna ona maponisa na nthuntse ana he maponisa na nthuntse he bana be so se ke batla go setso ne ke la ka tsa ka re mhlomong ka be ke gona go bua ka leleme lena la English. I wish I could be able to speak in English, but unfortunately my English is not so good, but I'll try. What I've also learned out of the whole thing that happened on Tuesday when we got shot by the police during the protest in that school Overfall, I begin to realize that we as a black people, what I'm going to say it, and I don't know whether I'm saying the right thing or saying the wrong thing. What are we doing from white schools? Why do you want our kids to go to white schools? If you remember, that school has been there in the past 23 years of our democracy. And those white people there, those Afrikaners there, they've built that school in our own black government. So today we are fighting that our kids must go to that school. I do not find it right. I don't find us black people being fair to those white Afrikaner kids. Because now, why are we not building our own schools? Why can't we have our own schools at the same level like them? Why must we force our kids to go to those schools? If you go to the township now, you'll find that our schools are dilapidated. There is no schools. Like for instance, we've got this school what do you call it? General Smarts. General Smarty, today you go to General Smarty, it's terrible. You can't take your kids there. It's terrible. Those kids are smoking dacha. They use this concoction they get from the school and all that. So now we want to hijack that school in Aken Park. I think it's time that we have to be fair to ourselves, to be real, and to know who the enemy is here. We can't be fighting those people. Those people have built their schools. Why can't we as black people build our own schools? I have a problem. Maybe I'm frustrated, or I got shot by the black police, so maybe I'm scared. But let me try and see if I cannot say the truth about this thing. The whole thing needs to be checked. I think it's about time. It's a wake-up call that we need not to cry wolves like we want our kids to go to white school. Why can't black people have their own schools like white people have got their own school? It's not about apartheid. It's not about racial discrimination or whatever. Those people, they managed to build that school for over 23 years, beside all the years during the time of apartheid. So I think maybe we need to check. We need to start thinking thoroughly about this thing. I think it's about we are trying something that we are not going to win. It's a war I think we are not going to win. It's unfortunate that I'm not very eloquent in terms of speaking the right thing that I wanted to say in English, but I think I've tried to say the point here, to say that why do we want to hijack white schools? Why can't we as black people build our own schools? Why can't we start our Oprah Winfrey? She came all the way from overseas. She came and built a better black school in this country. So why are we failing? Why are we trying to hijack? I mean, now we are fighting for English students to go to their school. That is a mixture of black, white who are speaking English and the likes. Why can't we have our own school in our own townships or even in town? What happened to General Smart? General Smart used to be a white school. What happened to it today? Guys, let me go and rethink. I just came from prison now. Maybe I'm too scared, but I think we are wrong. We're focusing on wrong things. Thank you, but I'm fine. I'll see if I can do something about the state. I will see. Maybe it's a blessing in disguise that I got shot. I'll be able to buy myself a G class. Thank you. Bye-bye.